Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a section from my book, The Modern Day Polymath. This book is a guide on how to learn any topic out there. In today's episode, though, we're going to be switching it up. Rather than learning a topic, we're going to be talking about the opposite, ignorance. Is ignorance always a bad thing? Let's say you're starting a new job at a new company. One of the first things you're going to notice is that a lot of different workers within the company, they're using these fancy phrases. What's the ETA on this? What's the SLA like? Is ECC coming in or not? And when you hear a lot of these phrases, you're going to be scared. You're going to feel like an imposter. And rightfully so. You're in this new company, everyone knows certain information, and you don't. Yet, others aren't bullying you too much about it. They're very understanding because they understand you're a new employee, and over time, you are going to learn. And if you go to the right company, plenty of people are happy when you are ignorant because whenever you're ignorant on a topic, you take more risks. You don't know what you don't know, so you don't move scared. I remember there was this one time when I had this roommate who really wanted to start a Twitter account. I mean, he would always talk about it, and he would always overthink. This tweet from this creator did very well. I wonder why, while this tweet did bad. And he's over here spending so much time breaking down both of the tweets. Eventually, he takes a class on how to tweet, and he's taking notes as he's consuming this class. He's going from an ignorant state to becoming smarter on the field of tweeting. And one day, he finally pulls the trigger. He writes a tweet. It barely got any engagement, and he was upset. So he waited. He studied some more. He took more notes, and later on, I would say 3 weeks goes on by, he writes another tweet. Once again, it flops. He waited a couple of days this time, wrote another tweet, it flops, wrote another tweet, it flops, wrote another tweet, and this did well. Now he had data. And since he had data, he kept zoning in on how he worded the tweet that did well, how he could recreate this moment, and he compared this tweet to other tweets that were successful. And this guy went ahead, just breaking everything down, and he was so slow with his movements. He was starting to get analysis paralysis. Around the same time, I wanted to start a Twitter account. You should follow me, by the way, at ArmaniTalks. And I didn't know anything about tweeting. I used to actually look down on tweeting. I thought tweeting was a very feminine thing to do. I mean, you're over here stalking celebrities. In 2012-ish, that's what Twitter was mainly used for. It was to interact with celebrities. I thought, why am I going to do something like that? And by the way, tweeting seems like glorified Facebook statuses. So I took a hard stance on learning how not to tweet. I was the exact opposite of my roommate. So once I got a Twitter, he wanted to give me some advice. And I just kept ignoring all of his advice. I just said, dude, I'm just going to write whatever comes to my mind. And that's exactly what I did. I was ignorant in the field. And due to me being ignorant, I was capable of taking way more action than this guy could ever dream of taking. Well, what happens is a couple of weeks goes on by, and then there's this account. His name is Western Mastery at the time. He sees some of the tweets, and just out of the blue moon one day, he gives me a shout out. At the time, he had roughly 15,000 followers on Twitter. So when he gave me a shout out, I went from 4 followers to 280 followers in one night. My roommate, who's been chucking out one tweet every 2 weeks, he didn't get a shout out because he never created opportunities for himself. He was too scared. As a matter of fact, he was too knowledgeable. Or me, I had the power of ignorance in my side. I didn't know what I didn't know. So I was capable of being bold. I moved with courage. So whenever you're entering these new fields in life, a lot of the times you are going to not know anything. And when you don't know anything, rather than being very wimpy and a crybaby about it, you want to use this as an opportunity to move more bold. You don't know. So if you do make any mistakes and other people know that you don't know, aka you're a new employee, they're not going to hold it over your head for that long. And when you are ignorant, you're capable of learning to ask these laser targeted questions. In the Modern Day Polymath, I bring up how you need to learn how to navigate the internet. There's so many people that ask questions that can easily be Googled, and these people, they have no desire. When you're ignorant for long enough, you start to build that desire. You see other people that know things so well, you don't know, so you want to know. If you're buying your first home and all these people are using different phrases that you have no clue what it means, you are ignorant. So you should use the internet at this point to navigate it appropriately. The desire to navigate the internet is born from the disgust towards feeling ignorant for too long. It's one thing to be ignorant to get started, but if you're ignorant for a long time, then you're just a guy with raw energy. You never build skills. As time went on by, I didn't just rely on the machine gun approach. I started to understand the basic fundamentals of what tweeting was like. That came later though. In the beginning, it was raw ignorance that got me started and allowed me to move fearlessly. So in this life, you're going to have two choices. Either you're going to be one of these guys that's studying so much that you never take action, or you take action. You begin before you're ready. You are ignorant. It does not matter. Over time, you will learn the field, and you will learn it because there are tools like the internet, and there are tools such as asking questions to the people who have been there and done that. So if you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get a full blueprint on how to learn any topic out there, be sure to check out my book, The Modern Day Polymath. This book will talk about how to create strategic anecdotes, how to properly navigate the internet, and how to properly teach others. Check out The Modern Day Polymath in the link in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.